universe.
Season's greetings. We are here in San Diego after a record-breaking weekend. San Diego Wave beat LA. I love that sound. Beat LA in the new Snapdragon Stadium. 1-0. We were there. We're going to go ahead and talk all about it. It was really, really cool. We're also going to go ahead and talk about clinching playoffs. San Diego Loyal beat Phoenix, Los Odiados, in that awful Ronald McDonald uniform. We're going to go ahead and talk to Alan Underwood about that. We're also going to go ahead and talk about the last week of Champions League, EPL, everything Europe, as well as the NFL season, week 3. We absolutely destroyed in our league, 2 balls in the league. So we'll go ahead and talk about that and everything that may come. Buy your Calafino tequila, 20% off. Okay, if you know Calafino. 2 balls, 20% off.
Ooh, so we're not starting with San Diego Loyal today, guys.
No.
That was a very big event that we have to talk about first, and that is the San Diego Wave match against Angel City and the opening for Snapdragon, pretty much for San Diego Wave. So I really like that comment.
No one can beat my time in showering. 6th grade camp changed my life.
Oh, because it was 2 minutes.
Yeah, dude. And like
Oh,
back
wait,
then,
that was my time. Before your time, I don't know.
no, my time. Like my year was the last year that they used actual wood cabins.
I was in a wood cabin, actually.
What? Really?
Yeah,
Neta.
I was in a wood
Lie to
cabin.
me. You didn't get the cool new ones at Cap Morrison?
Everyone did except for
The
my
girls.
group.
The girls were the ones that got
My
those.
group got the shitty. That was cold as fuck. And then one of my doors didn't even actually fully close.
My feet stunk. That was probably the most embarrassed I've ever been. Like,
What?
yeah, because I mean, all the hiking, like I got into it, like like, oh boy, were those dogs are barking.
Oh, my feet stunk.
So San Diego Wave, what a way to start. We just lost. Everybody was like, oh, 2 balls are going to have like such great insight. My feet stunk. We got sorted out. We got shower time.
So let's talk about San Diego Wave, just the experience that we had, right? Just getting to. So parking lot opened at 3 o'clock. Games didn't start till 7. Media check-in was at 4:30. Tony is a person that likes to get there very, very early.
Yeah,
Especially if it's a first time for something.
you have to.
And we got there at, 3:30?
Yeah, so the parking lot opened at 3:30.
Oh, it's 3:30. Shit.
So we were there at 3. Again, just to scope everything out. Obviously, like in events like this, like there's always security amuck. And so the security people are there since the morning, because everything has to get prepared. All the vendors start coming in. So obviously there's going to be people there to kind of talk to and kind of, hey, do this and this. So we get there.
That's your favorite part.
That's my favorite part. It's just
the setup,
the scheming into like places that were forbidden.
We were walking by and there was a bunch of trash cans like laid out so they can put them in different spots. He's like, that's where they keep all the trash cans.
That's where all the trash cans in the stadium live. Like, it was such a cool experience to like see something that like everything is intentional. You know what I love? That there's water dispensers inside. Like, I can very much tell how people were being carted off in stretchers because it was hot, because it was a pleasant day, but it was still hot. And so I can't imagine 2 weeks ago when Snapdragon opened for that
100-degree weather and stuff.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, no, for sure. 7 p.m. games, clutch.
Yeah.
When Wave have a 3 or 2 p.m. game and like 90-degree weather, 80-degree weather, that's going to be a hard no. I'm just kidding. But
yeah, no, we'll chill in the press box, and we'll talk about the press box.
Yes, actually, yes.
That was also very interesting.
We're getting ahead of ourselves, right? We get there. We go in the stadium. We are allowed to go in a little earlier for me because we got there early. So we go in the stadium, and we're pretty much the only ones there walking around.
Yeah.
We went down. We said, let's get an intro for the video that's going to be up soon, guys. That video.
It's a headache. Okay, so inside baseball, we figured out a way to have immediate highlights, right, from the good camera, right, the good camera. So we uploaded it, and it just like hid some file. It's getting done. So that one's gonna be fun. So look out for that.
Yeah, no, it'll be out. Definitely check that video out for sure.
It's gonna be good.
So
yeah,
we're there, and then we said, all right, let's go see the Fan Fest area and all that. We talked to Jill Ellis.
so
that was pretty cool.
I rudely probably killed Jill Ellis's vibe because she was in the Fan Fest area and she was with the DJ and she was jumping, she was grooving, and then I come over, I'm like, hey, can I get a word? We haven't talked to Jill Ellis on camera.
Yeah, she has no idea. She has no idea.
We've said hello. We've said that, but like no idea. And she was gracious enough to say yeah. And then I yelled at Jill Ellis.
Yeah.
Once you hear the video, it's like, hey Jill, oh my god! Because it was literally next to it, but the microphone picked it up like as if I was verbally assaulting the president of San Diego Wave, la CEO, la jefa.
Yeah, so then we go in, we say, oh, you know what? Let's go check out the press box. It said on the email there was going to be food.
You were hungry.
I was starving.
Starving.
Y me quería comer una enchilada.
And this is bringing everybody in. Like, this is World Cup trajectory. Like, we're trying to bring everybody with us. Like, I want you guys to, like, experience the joy that I have in my eyes when I see a fridge of unlimited waters, and unlimited soda.
And we were talking about, we're like, dude, this is how it is everywhere. We just haven't had that because Torero doesn't do that, obviously.
Thank you. I love my little vouchers. I love that. I get my West African food. I miss it. Actually, haven't had it in a while, and I'm actually.
This is different. Like the press box, beautiful.
Yeah.
Like great view to the game.
It's angled. I don't know how I feel about it.
It's the same way at the bank.
I don't know how I feel about that.
LAFC Stadium, the bank, it's the same way.
I don't know how I feel about that.
They can't give you the best seats. It's because I think Cholos is very Cholos. They put their media right in the middle.
Amazing.
That view is, I think, is dope for media there. But yeah, so it's angled, like kind of like by a corner flag. But I mean, it's still fine.
It's still good. There's still time.
I'm reading a comment from your boy.
Oh, we'll get to fantasy,
we'll get to fantasy
football, lads. It'll happen.
Yeah. So then we start eating, and then someone tells us, "Hey, like, have you guys found a spot down there yet, or something?" And we're like, "No, we're gonna just like everywhere's packed already." Y como que nos cagamos. We got scared a little bit. You saw me there, like, hey, we should go down there and check it out.
Yeah.
We got lied to.
Compliments to the chef.
Yeah.
This man knows, like, when somebody knows how to cook, like, because he's tastes, he's got to taste his own food. So, like, he's of a certain shape, and he looked like a jolly baker. Like, he was just enjoying making food for all of us. It was really good.
It was good.
The churro.
I didn't get
that's
to try it.
Over the top. Like, that's just over the top. Like a churro, and then Nutella. And what was the other thing?
I don't know. I didn't get to eat dessert. Ya andaba lleno.
Yeah, your little stomach can't handle it.
Yeah.
Goddamn cheater.
There were like some pretzel bites with cheese, and
those are cool, like little pretzel balls. Again, taking you guys inside with it. This is. I mean, okay. If you're watching, if you listen, like, let us know. Act like you've been there, or enjoy it. It's the first time. Like, when am I going to do this again for the first time? Of course, you respect the thing. You're not going to be like, oh, my God, holy shit, no way.
You play it cool. We played it cool.
Yeah.
Pero nos veíamos y like, wey, la verga.
Yeah, it was really
Estamos haciendo aquí, güey.
Yeah, like, it's cool.
Dope experience. We go down. We were told that we'd be able to be anywhere along the boards. And we go sidelines, and they told us, yes, you can be in the sidelines during the game. Then we got moved because we weren't supposed to be in the sidelines. Yeah. So I don't know whose fault it was. So
it was an unfortunate set of events because we got the good. Obviously, we asked the questions like, "Hey, can I be here? We want the best angle." We asked security, and the security guy we've had a relationship. This is why you're nice to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Say hi. How was your day? Almost there. My favorite. Hey, almost there, guys. We're almost there because it's their job. This is what they do.
So much media there, though.
Oh my gosh, so much. And so we decided to be on the half mark line. Like, if You watch any of that game on the stream on the broadcast, we're dead center. We were told that somebody up at Snapdragon from Snapdragon, that's how it was said. During the game,
sent the two fatties.
Sent what's that? Executive producer Ephraim to come over and like, hey guys, like, wait, está bien guapo, vato. Sí, he's like, hey, like, you gotta move everybody. And moved everybody, so we moved over
to the usual corner flags.
Those Navy SEAL drop dudes were dope.
The helicopters were fucking badass too.
Me, I love pyro.
What? Oh, okay.
Like unnecessary pyro is the best. Like in the beginning at the national anthem, like it was bah, 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 bah. And then the helicopters, like I love that. Like yeah, it was Independence Day. Feliz Día de la Independencia not too long ago, last Friday.
Viva Mexico,
Viva Mexico, cabrones. Ganó el Canelo. Of course he was gonna win. Come on, now he's gonna fuck up Jake Paul.
I put money on Jake Paul. Just kidding. I wouldn't. I don't bet. I don't like betting.
What's the least amount of money that you would get fucked up for in a boxing match? Like I'm talking like you're
hospitalized.
Like your jaw is shut, wired shut. Like you're eating through a tube
for the rest of my life.
It's like no, I mean you'll recuperate, but the recuperation sucks.
How long is the recuperation?
8 months, bro. And it's like intense. Like you can't eat. Like even when it's 100%, like your jaw's gonna be a little like this, and it's gonna crack sometimes. Like you just gotta like put it in place.
Like my old stuff.
Anyway,
$5 million. The least.
$65,000 is life changing.
$65,000.
Anyway, so. I mean, I'm trying to think of anything like leading up to it. We were a little concerned. Game time was coming up, and we're like, this stadium is not full.
Oh, yeah.
There is no way this is sold out. It's way too close to game time. It's way too close. Mm-hmm. We heard from the Vine, from the club, hey, like there's a lot of traffic outside, gridlock. It's a hassle. It's always been a hassle to get in and out of there. So,
So we got there early.
Yeah, so we got there early and leave late. But eventually, like, it got packed. This was the first
You mentioned that this was, like, a game that you've been with the most fans, right? Like, just being
I've never seen... I mean, I've watched baseball at Petco Park packed at the Qualcomm.
Soccer game, though.
But I've never seen a soccer game with 30-some thousand other people. That was cool. Like, that was cool.
Wow,
like,
30,000 is not that many either.
Like, the roar. Like
30,000 for a soccer game? That's...
I can't imagine, I don't even
imagine
know.
Bernabeu.
Like, the Barcelona Chivas at the Coliseum you were talking about.
92,000 people?
What does 92,000 people sound like?
What it looks like when Ronaldinho was touching the ball, just all the flashes. Bato. Like, yeah. I've never seen Petco Park so packed in my life.
Oh, for Bad Bunny?
Mm-hmm. It was packed.
Yeah, dude.
Like, not even the Padres, dude. Yeah.
That's rude.
It's true, though. But, yeah, so the game starts. Let's talk about the game a little bit because I'm pretty sure Alan's already waiting for us.
Sorry, Alan. Let me go get him.
Sorry, Alan, yeah.
Talk about it.
So the game itself went really good. We mentioned that, right? Alex Morgan and Jaden Shaw to score first. Mm-hmm. Has to be. They're literally the two best players that the team has. Jaden Shaw, 17 years old, the talent that she is. Oh, my goodness. Attacking-wise, defensively, she knows how to track back. She knows where to stand. She knows just skillful overall player. And she scored the first header. She scored the first goal. Scored the only goal, Tony.
Her defensive work rate was what really impressed me because she had been playing... Obviously, since she got there, she can't stop scoring. But overall, like her defensive work rate in the first half was very, very important. She was getting, I think she got carded, like, and she was tracking back, getting the balls back that she would lose, and so why she only lasted a half. It's a fitness kind of level. I think Casey Stoney alluded to that in the post game, But I mean, 17 is crazy to have that.
Turns 18 in December, I think, or November.
Yeah.
So.
And so
It's still wild.
it's still crazy
He's
that
playing in a league, playing against 30-year-olds.
the best in the world, with the best in the world.
Yeah. So
getting all the props, it was a good header. Down below to the right.
and then Sheridan blocks a penalty again. By far the best,
Best.
women goalkeeper in the world.
Best.
And again, she does the whole standing a little bit behind the line, taking that step forward, still being on the line, manages to get a good push off. She knows how to read the player so well when they're about to shoot. Like, she's a beast.
And then post media scrum, man, we're at the big leagues, boy. That was a legit post match press conference.
Yeah, it was
in person.
Nice.
Everybody was there. The guy, I don't want to burn a local radio TV station, but the guy, my man is 4'5" and has 3 camera tripods that he kept dropping while Casey Stoney's talking.
Like why do you start packing up before the
Bro,
it's over?
act like you've been there, bro.
Like, dude, it was wild. Like, Casey was talking. It was close to the end of the press conference. And this guy's just packing everything up, making so much fucking noise. Like, way. Tranquilo, viejo. Espera. Like, wait 3 more minutes. What's 3 more minutes?
But yeah, so we'll have pretty much that video and you can kind of go and break down the game as it goes. And
As of right now, San Diego Wave sits top of the table.
yes, they do.
And that's with Houston Dash and Kansas City already tied in games. Portland has another game in hand and can pass them in points, but San Diego Wave is sitting very, very nicely on top of the table right now. And it's honestly impressive for a first-year team.
Yeah, it's impressive. Casey Stoney did say she wasn't impressed with the performance overall.
Mm-hmm.
Neither was Alex Morgan. She even threw Abby Dahlkemper on the bus, saying, like, at times the defense kind of sucked into positioning and, just kind of threw that in there, but everything is fine.
Gotta call him out.
Yeah, so 2 home games left. 2 regular season games left, 1 home game left at the snap, and then maybe a home playoff match after that.
Does the September 30th match against North Carolina get sold out?
No.
25,000?
I have sources saying
How many are they? You think they're expecting?
that they're closing the top bowl for that one. So
Ooh.
yeah, so that's
a good.
if they expand after that, then great. But that's kind of word on the street at this point. That
So maybe like 15,000?
I think a little bit more.
20?
Yeah,
We'll see.
but we're talking playoffs, so we can't talk about playoffs because there was also an important match being played at Torero Stadium, which,
Yes.
I mean, we weren't able to be there. Our intern was there, so we have, exclusives from there too. But Alan, tell us about the most important event that happened, Mr. Underwood.
It was called Work the World, and it featured some amazing drag queens. Jada Essence Hall was the host, and they brought out Naomi Smalls, Evie Oddly. Winner of season 14, Willow Pill, was really good. Diabetes was great.
Diabetes.
Bosco was fantastic. I think Lady Camden was by far like the one that kind of stole the show. So fun evening in downtown San Diego. Oh, you mean the soccer match?
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like after there's some sort of concert happening on the fields, on the grounds of where the San Diego Padres are currently playing. Like, what is?
Oh, Bad Bunny. Yeah, it was like there were so many events on Saturday night.
So
don't worry, they left a big part of the diamond untouched. All right,
that's not what it's about. Like, it's always center field that gets messed up. Like, Taylor Swift in her 1984 concert screwed it up. The Rolling Stones messed it up the year after that.
Trash Bad Bunny. That shit was dope. Best concert, honestly, best concert experience I've ever had in my life, and I think it beats any other concert you guys have ever been to.
I disagree, but I wouldn't nerd out. I did see some people post that the Padres came back in on Sunday and went straight to the Bad Bunny concert, and so we were like watching the Bad Bunny concert on Sunday night, which I am not mad about. Like, if you played a weekend like that against Arizona Diamondbacks, you deserve to have a nice little party.
And boy, was Bad Bunny a party, let me tell you.
It was, honestly, it was after, let's just like kind of, I really want to recommend people who enjoy soccer to go watch a game at Snapdragon. I mean, if it's still that sort of atmosphere and the lower bowl gets packed, it's pretty all right. But it's also impressive when you look at the numbers of people that went to Torero Stadium. And I think that I mean, at least for me, right? I was thinking, oh man, like one's gonna crush the other. Like this isn't good because one's gonna be a graveyard. But honestly, that was very pessimistic of me. I didn't really think of the other side of it. Like, what if both events in soccer are mutually exclusive and have two decent turnouts? One obviously being a sold out stadium. Torero not looking half bad for circumstances. But it's good for soccer, I think, overall. Just the spirit of the game is very much being just, it's the flames are getting fanned. That was my impression.
Yeah.
Getting fanned.
Well, let's talk about this game, ladies and gentlemen. San Diego Loyal defeat 3-0 Phoenix. And honestly, that must have been a really fun game to go to. Like, props to you guys that went to that game. Honestly, probably had a really good time. And let's look at the starting lineup. You got Koke on goal. Stoneman, Kyle Adams, who I guess was able to play this game. He's out after this one, right, Alan?
Yeah, I think he left yesterday.
And then you have Kasansu, the 19-year-old, starting for the first time, I believe, in the team. And getting a goal.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, you're muted, dude. Then you have Colin Martin, Jack Blake, Guido on the center mid. You have Conway, Elijah Martin, Cavastel, and Tumi Moshobani. It's a solid lineup regardless, right? It's a lineup that should be able to win any matchup you play in the USL. And, Alan, what did you think about this lineup so far?
I thought it was a really solid lineup. I think, Nick Moon is out. Charlie Adams is out. And this, again, we talked about this like with the depth last week, right? In the depth being in kind of the middle and the front part of the field. I think it kind of showed in this match. You're still able to put out a really strong lineup when, two of your really good performers are out injured. And then, Jackson Kazanzu has really kind of stepped in and been a pretty fun watch, actually. He was really quiet when he was standing on the sidelines before he was able to suit up. But, it's really nice to see him out there. Kyle Adams coming back, I think, really shows how big of a part he plays in the team. I think offensively, it gives you lots of nice firepower. And then it was interesting to see Elijah Martin playing a little bit more of an advanced role in this match, which is very interesting to see from him. I think I think he's a good defender, but I think he's also has some opportunities if he played in that kind of wing back role. I think he would do a good job if he was there consistently because he, raises to pretty much any challenge you put at him. Yeah. So really strong lineup. I liked it.
You have the tentacles of knowledge a little bit more into the USL when it comes to outside feelings. Was this game as charged as it could have been? Obviously not with Phoenix being in the state that they were this time around, but just looking back, was it a rivalry game, do you think? Like, I mean, we all saw the goalkeeper reaction. You saw it, right?
Yes, I saw it.
Yeah.
I'm not. I thought the spit was the worst part. Like, whatever. Tell the fans to go F off. You're having a bad game. I get it. Like, tensions are running high. You're having a terrible season. Like, I'm not going to fault a player for acting like that per se.
When that shit happens. I love it.
I mean, do you want to see it? I mean,
yes,
maybe.
Yes.
Like, I think if it's your guy, like when Koke, went after Preston Judd, right? You want to see your players like actually take this seriously, and to be fair, like they've been having kind of a down season, and in the first half it was even match. I didn't think either team was dominating play. Phoenix had a couple really good looks in the first half. That Koke reaction save was phenomenal earlier in the season. That goes in probably, or in a different game that goes in probably. I I think outside, this was one of those ones where it's like Phoenix has not been playing well, but they're still Phoenix, and this is still an important game, particularly against San Diego. I don't think the fan bases particularly care for each other. And Phoenix is essentially playing for their life. They're not eliminated, Jordan Caruth. They're not eliminated, Jordan Caruth.
Attention, Jordan Caruth.
Attention.
Uh,
They're not eliminated.
but this definitely dents
Jordan Caruth.
a big possibility for them to recover, right? They're 5 points out, no games in hand over RGV. So they basically have to get kind of 6 points better than RGV in 5 matches, and that's a tough ask, right? But what's wild is, even Orange County isn't eliminated from the playoffs yet,
Jordan
and they're
Caruth,
last
no one
place.
is eliminated yet in the West.
Attention,
Yeah.
Jordan Caruth.
The East is all set. Like, all of the teams that are going to make it are going to make it. All the teams that are going to be eliminated are eliminated in the East.
Wow.
In the West,
yup.
everybody is still eligible, which is freaking wild.
And what do you even play for at that point? Like, you can't even play spoiler. Like, what? What do you even do at that point?
You keep teams from getting home field.
Yippee.
Yippee-ki-yay.
You know, you're playing for your next contract for some of these teams.
Oh, that's a good
for
point.
for teams like Indy 11 and FC Tulsa, who've kind of gone through some ups and downs. Indy 11 had been coming on pretty nice lately, and so they want to finish the season strong. FC Tulsa and Hartford have made changes. So I think that there's, for some of those, like the 8, 9, 10 teams, there's definitely something to play for as far as, like, you know, for next season, a job, building the culture of a new coach so you can be successful into the next season. So I definitely think there's things, but I think Loudoun, Atlanta, Red Bulls too, like, whatever. Charleston went down to 8 men in their game. So they're like, I think, 3 red cards. So they're not really having fun. But for the bottom 4, probably nothing. But for those next 3, I think there's some pride to play for. But out in the West, like, everything's wide open, which meant this match was really, really important for Phoenix. Because if they can put some wins together, particularly on the road where they have 8 points, this was an important match. I think a lot of people were tuning into this match because it is Phoenix Rising and San Diego, who have been really enjoyable, hard-fought, entertaining games for the neutral, right? Even the first half of this game was relatively entertaining. No goals, but like chances on either side. Really scrappy, really hard-fought. Maybe not the most fluid, but I think people were looking at this game because there weren't very many fun ones this weekend.
I'll just say, from a purely aesthetic standpoint, 2 things stood out. Just nothing soccer related. My God, those yellow kits are terrible. 1, 2.
With them.
That Torero pitch looks like shit. It's looking bad.
Hey,
it's looking bad already.
Just because we went and saw the nicely cut
no,
grass at Snapdragon.
no.
Doesn't mean Torero's that shitty, all right?
It is
Gosh.
in a anemic state. Like,
You
photosynthesis
guys should have hurt this guy.
is not happening at Torero Stadium.
This is what real grass looks like.
It was pretty nice grass.
Tony touched the grass. He was like, "Oh my God, never touched 32,000 seats grass."
And what's wild is it's not even the worst field in the USL by far. Like, it was pretty bad, but there are others out there that are just atrocious. Like, the bump in New Mexico, I think, is like 6 inches higher than the rest of the pitch.
That's wild.
But yeah, this looked real rough. But
yeah, but some good plays happening from San Diego Loyal. Jason, our buddy Jason, Fly Eagles Fly. The Eagles looking mighty, mighty, mighty good. But he asked on Twitter, like, hey, does Loyal practice this? Because this is a pretty nifty play here. You have a set piece where Toomey just takes it quickly, offsets it, gets the ball back, crosses it into the box, just creating that chaos. Evan Conway comes across and just heads it in. It's a really good play.
Yes, they practice that. And we've seen it before. It's just the person that ends up doing that cross is usually Charlie Adams. Toomey just took on the role for that one. I mean, he's one of the other lefties we have, so it makes sense that he's the one doing the play now. But yeah, they practice that. They scored goals like that before. We've seen it in preseason. We've seen it during the season. Evan Conway, we've seen how great he is with his head as well. But yeah, to answer your question, yes, they do practice this, and we've seen it a lot of times, and it's one of the best executed plays that the team has done so far in the season.
Yeah, Evan Conway has not so quietly equaled Thomas Among's goal output now. They're tied for 24th in the league in goals scored. Kyle Vassell is 8th with 13. And with assists, like, Charlie Adams has been sitting right up there at the top. He's only 2 off the lead. But again, Toomey is only 1 behind him. And I think this kind of speaks to what Toomey's been able to do this season. And with Charlie Adams down, you need a playmaker to step up to put those crosses in. And Toomey was the guy in this instance. It was a beautiful cross.
Birthday boy.
Yeah, birthday boy Toomey Moshabani. Happy birthday. A really smart run by Stoneman, right? The center back pulls some guys out of position, allows Toomey to float back. They were asking for offside, but I think Evan Conway does a really, really good job of kind of marking where that line is and staying on side. He kind of drifts in a little bit, and I was like, oh, he's gonna pop in offside, isn't he? But he just stays with that line and makes sure he stays even and stays on side.
Something that I always enjoy is like finding out like how things are done in sports. Like I'm still like a rookie when it comes to football and stuff, but what I can say here for soccer is like it's much similar. If I can like compare it in a way for the set piece, is it's like in Madden. If you're the quarterback and you press whatever button you press and you have that outside view and you see all the routes on the field, that's exactly what the set piece is. So there's plan A, B, C. Put your hands up, put your hands down, one hand up. Like there's communication that goes throughout. Obviously, right here, you have the option of crossing it in. You have the option of doing a short play. Somebody checks in, or you always have some sort of a wild card. Right here, you already see Evan Conway just looking behind him. Like I see that space. He's looking at that clear space. Nobody's paying attention to that. Starts running. Doesn't even look at Toomey. Toomey knows exactly what he should do. He's already in the motion of it. Caught the 2 defenders just sitting. And that's the build-up to the play, right? Like, everything that follows is part of, what was supposed to happen. And so it's really cool to see it executed so cleanly. Usually, like, it's a little bit more messy, especially in the USL. Like, usually the ball doesn't make it directly onto Evan Conway's head into the net, just like, there's a bounce here and there. But that's kind of like a little bit further to answer Jason's question. Like, that's kind of what happened. That's what you practice, right? Like, all right, we're going to practice this one, cross it in. You're going to practice this one with a cross from the right-footed side. We're going to pass it. Like, there's just, infinite amount of possibilities from a set piece. Which side, how far, like, who's on the field. Like,
and that's my favorite part about going to training, just listening to Nate Miller, because he's a tactician there. Mm-hmm. He's the one that builds all this shit up. And when he's explaining things, if you really don't understand the game, you don't know what is going on.
It's a different language.
When he says, you have to do this and press here, blah, blah, blah. Like, we've seen other reporters, they're like, huh? Huh? Carlton almost scored a banger of a goal. Like, off this crossbar, and this is how Calvaso got his second goal.
So it's actually, like, pretty much another result of a set piece.
Boo! Oh, had that gone in, that would have been a beauty.
It would have been a really, really good goal, but then just poured.
Have you ever done that as a goalkeeper?
Yes, and it is the worst feeling ever because you
suck.
You know the whole way that you're not gonna miss it. Like you tell it, like it's so wild. The ball's in the air. Like you are in limbo of like, am I on the line? Like I see the bar. Is it gonna clip the bar? Is it not? Like you're afraid of it because you're gonna be collided with.
A good
like,
goalkeeper doesn't drop that, right, Alan? You're not a very good goalkeeper.
Goalkeeper expert, Alan Underwood.
Yes, goalkeeper expert. I think to make a connection with baseball is like when the ball is fouled off, right? It comes back toward the stadium, right? And that's why it's like you don't stand right underneath it. It's spinning, right? And so I think what really kind of gets Ben Loot is the ball as it comes off the crossbar, probably has some real wicked spin to it. And so he thinks he needs to stand underneath it, but what happens is it spins back behind him, and so he goes to catch it, and when he goes to catch it, the ball is like traveling backwards. This is very like shades of Origi versus Everton with the Pickford off of the crossbar thing. And in all full transparency, I don't know how this ball goes in. I watched this 72,000 times and I tweeted about it. It was like the blue. Is it blue and black or is it white and gold? Like the back from the dress, right?
White and gold.
Like it.
Blue and black, dude.
One angle, it looks like it could be off of Moose's hand, who's a defender. Another angle, it looks like it hits off of Adams or sorry, Vassell's hands. It. And I watched it over and like different angles make you feel different things about it. Like it's
Mano de
it's
Dios.
the thing is it's either a handball or an own goal, right? It can't be Vassell's goal.
But
Like unless you're saying it bounces off Musa, it hits Vassell and it goes in, right? Like
Yeah.
it's unintentional. It's not like he's punching the ball over the line a la Solomon Asante in the playoffs. Which is what's ironic with Phoenix fans like yelling about a handball goal. Like I'm not sure, like I'm literally not sure how this goes in, right? Like it's off of somebody, and then obviously like if you think it's off of San Diego, like you're gonna get pretty mad because this is the kind of luck Phoenix has been dealing with forever. And so you feel like what the hell can we do? Like this is the bad luck we get. Like the dude literally bounces off his hand into the goal. Like it almost looks like in this angle, almost looks like Vassell pushes Moose's hand into the ball to get to go in. Like maybe not intentionally, but that's what it looks like. But I have no idea. And this thing, it's like VAR wouldn't overturn it because there's no definitive evidence that it hit Vassell's hand. And so the call on the field has to stand, right? It's one of those not overturned or confirmed. It's just the call on the field stands because we don't know.
Can't confirm. Hit Vassell's hand.
Unless you ask somebody, right?
He'll never tell. He got credit for it. Like he's not gonna go.
Right? I feel like he would be honest off camera, anything like that. Hey, dude, real shit. Like, did it hit your hand? I think he'd be like, yeah, it hit my hand, bro.
Don't know which truck talking about, bro.
Punches you in the face.
But regardless, it's a goal.
RKO.
It is a goal. Again, it's like if you really look at it close, like that's what I'm talking about. Like you don't know, you're in no man's land at that point. If you're the goalkeeper, he doesn't even go and reach up for the ball. That's how simple this is. Like it's terrifying. Like your arms don't work.
Someone should make an edit and throw in like circus music.
So that was 2-0, and I think at this point people would have been very happy with it. People would have been very happy with the result.
Then you get a penalty. Just to add.
We really gotta.
Yeah, we do. Please, we do.
I mean,
like, why the fuck is Guido still shooting penalties for San Diego Loyal? Has Landon Donovan not learned anything?
Well, I mean, who are you gonna get to kick it?
There's another player that was on the field that has not missed a penalty there, and his name is Andrew Carlton.
Oh boy,
he has not missed a penalty. Am I wrong? I don't think I'm wrong.
I would have liked to see Conway take it, but I think what happens is I think it's like, look, we're up 2-0, we're up a guy. Jasper, I appreciate you think Guido should have taken the penalty? You think really? All right.
No. Jasper knows.
He says Guido should have taken it. Build the confidence. You're up 2-0. You're up a man. You have all the momentum. Like, what better way to get Guido's confidence back by giving him another shot for him to bury it?
His confidence is 0 now.
What I did like is they did mention on the broadcast that like a lot of the teammates, like Elijah Martin goes over right here, and I think during the break after the goal, even Koke goes over. This one's not as bad. Like this one is a decent penalty kick. It's not bad. I mean, it's not great, but I don't think it's like a terrible penalty kick. It's just Ben Lute guesses the right way, and he's like 8'10".
He's a big dude. Like if he chooses a side, like I think it's he chose correctly, and just it doesn't take much for him to get down there.
There's no excuses. You don't miss back-to-back penalties. If you after they get another penalty, I bet Guido better not be the one taking it. And if he is, he better score that. He misses 3 in a row. Oh boy. At that point, Landon should say, "Okay, sorry, Guido, you're our dog, but you're not going to take any more penalties."
Did Kyle Vassell miss 2 before he stopped taking penalties?
I think he missed 1 or 2. Yeah. Charlie, I mean, had Charlie Adams been on the field, I feel like he would have taken this penalty. I don't believe Charlie has missed a single penalty he's taken. I think he's taken, 3 penalties? But lucky for San Diego, they ended up scoring right off of that corner kick. So, and it's the youngster center back scoring on his starting debut. Like, how great is that, right? You are worried about center backs, and this guy comes in and scores a goal.
So is Boxall just like shipped out of here? Does he no longer like? Where is he?
It was
Like,
released.
yeah, but like, damn, like,
Sorry,
fuck.
Nick.
He's probably living with Nick.
What the best part about
Nick's
this
roommate.
is the best part about this is Kyle Adams is like, oh man, that was my goal. Like, if Jackson doesn't score, there's a replay. Dogs are going wild. There's a replay of him, and like Kyle Adams goes to head it, and there's his own player in the way. But yeah, Kyle Adams was like, I think Kyle Adams would have scored a classic Kyle Adams goal if he would have.
I'm sorry, but I paused it exactly where I found it. That was amazing. Sorry.
So
Yeah.
the chat saying that they saw Boxo at the game and that he no longer lives in the house with the soccer guys. Well, I mean, makes sense. Looking for a roommate now, Nick. I think Nick opened up his couch.
My favorite is the Phoenix guy right here on camera. Like, there's a look in there that I posted. Like, this is every Phoenix fan right now. Like, just a look of like disbelief. Like, what?
They shouldn't be too shocked. But this is a strong win for San Diego after losing 3 in a row. And a little selfish on my part, I think I told you, Tom, I was like, oh, man, thank God they won. I couldn't have taken another loss ever since I made those comments.
Yeah, that's right. It's the first time they win.
Oh, I needed that. Thank you, San Diego
So
Loyal.
Chiba,
It's getting worried.
is San Diego Loyal going to win the championship?
Absolutely.
Oh, shit.
Absolutely.
You've learned nothing.
I said it last week again.
You talk shit about Landon not learning to put Guido on the penalty spot, but here you
better
are.
Change that shit. Like, it's and I get it, right? Like you said, Alan, like, you want to give him the confidence. You want to make sure you still have your best player taking the penalties. But I think at one point now you need to have that conversation and say, you know what, dude? We're going to let someone else take the penalties. And I think he'll understand. Like, it doesn't mean he's a bad player at all. It doesn't mean he's still not one of our best players. It just means he's not good at taking penalties. Like,
Yeah, I think if this was a
penalties.
0-0, a 1-0 game, I think someone else takes the penalty. But it's 2-0. It's 15 minutes from the end, and you're up a guy. Like, you have a little bit of wiggle room to try and get one of your guys confident. So I didn't hate it. I was really hoping he'd put it in, but unfortunately, Brew says he choked, and
I'm really concerned for your dogs right now. Are they okay?
Salud.
Yeah, so Brew has Cushing's, and his trachea collapses from time to time. So
I don't speak doggy language. What does that mean?
You have a trachea, bro.
What's a trachea?
So all of our dogs are ancient. Like, one of our dogs we had to take to the vet today for an ultrasound because we were afraid he had kidney failure. Does not, but he's 17 and a half. And then Brew, we adopted him a couple years ago at 10. He has Cushing's, which is a pituitary gland issue. And basically every once in a while his trachea collapses a little bit. And so that's what happens. So yeah, it's a really fun menagerie around here of dogs and dog sounds. Yeah, I thought, the Phoenix red card was weird. Allegedly, there was a bottle thrown at or toward fans. That is why he got the red card.
Okay.
The story out of Phoenix is he threw it at the wall, which we know that there's a 40-foot wall behind the player bench. I'm not sure. I mean, that's the referee call. There's not a lot of video evidence to say one way or the other, so it's hard to make that inference as well. I'm not sure I trust Phoenix players when they say something didn't happen on the pitch
or their
in San Diego.
fans.
But I mean,
they're sketchy sometimes.
It seemed as if the San Diego players were like trying to be like, sorry, dude, like that's the way the cookie crumbles.
I can't trust anyone that chooses to live in Arizona.
I mean, if your life is just points you in that direction, there's nothing you can do, then I get it. But like, Yikes.
Yeah, so San Diego officially clinched a playoff spot. They're essentially one win away from guaranteeing at least one home playoff match. If Monterey Bay drops points in either their Wednesday game against Phoenix or their Saturday away game against Miami, which is probably more likely to happen. So Monterey Bay drops any points over the next two matches. San Diego, if they get a draw in Vegas, they'll clinch at least a home playoff match, which means second, third, or fourth place. I was doing some math over the weekend, and if they can if they get a draw against San Antonio or Sacramento at the end of the season, I think they really only need 61 points to finish second. I think that's achievable in their last four matches. It's Vegas, New Mexico, Sacramento, and Orange County. So those are the last four. And I think getting 6 out of those last 4 is doable. I think the big ones is get 3 against Vegas, get 3 against New Mexico, and then get a draw against Sacramento. That puts you at 62 points, and I think that's enough to for sure solidify that second place.
Yeah.
Because both Sacramento and Colorado Springs have away matches in San Antonio to play.
Ooh.
And we know that's a tough place to play. San Antonio's fighting to keep that one spot and trying to maybe even be able to host the championship game. So they have a lot to play for still. And so San Diego, yes, they clinch, but they're still we're basically a point to 3 points away from getting at least a home playoff match. And so this weekend it's going to be really important to try to get at least a point out of Vegas, if not a win, and really kind of lock it up and avoid the issue last year of trying to go into to play New Mexico at home on a Sunday and then to go away to Orange County. We've fucking been here before. We can get a home playoff game if only we beat New Mexico at home on a Sunday or away at Orange County. So it's like shades of last year. So let's nip that in the bud. Let's get 3 points in Vegas. Let's watch Monterey Bay hopefully drop points either to Phoenix or to Miami on the road.
Yeah.
And let's lock up a home playoff match. And that way the team can start selling tickets after next Saturday.
Yeah.
I think
now.
Yeah.
Hopefully, not tomorrow. They've waited 2 days or a day. I appreciate that for not starting to sell home playoff tickets. Good job, Loyal. I appreciate that. Carry on.
I think San Antonio, would they win, they lock up first place already, right? They would be at 67 points. Goal difference wise, even if Loyal were to win the rest 4, and then San Antonio loses 3 out of the last 4, I think San Antonio will still be there because of the tiebreaker and then goal difference. But
they beat us 1-0, right?
yes,
We beat them 3-0.
So that's how the tiebreaker works. If it's
we
1-1.
own the tiebreaker for them.
Okay.
But they would have to lose all of their matches, and we would have to win all of our matches pretty much.
Yeah,
which is very doable.
They have 5 games.
Very doable.
And they play at home several times, so it's like if you want a home playoff match, you're almost hoping Sacramento or San Antonio beats Colorado and Sacramento.
Yep.
Yeah,
right. So at this point, like,
win,
at this point, you're playing for second place, and so you want San Antonio to win out, especially against those two teams, because then that makes the path to home playoff match for everything but the Western Conference Finals. It puts you in the position to get there. But again, this is all like counting points, and really, it's just go fucking beat Vegas, which Cal Jennings and Danny Trejo were back last game, so there's some things to worry about with Vegas on the road. Right. But again, if San Diego wants to be a playoff team that wants to go deep in the playoffs, you've got to go on the road and beat a team that you probably should beat, even with good players.
I think they're going to get a win in Vegas, especially if there's another water balloon fight at halftime.
I mean, a couple of people are heading over to Vegas from San Diego, so that's always fun. They should. Vegas is always a weird place to play. Like usually Loyal does well at Cashman Field, but I don't know. I don't know.
We should call that
I'm
car
still not
dealership
convinced because again, you had a skid, you had a good result against a challenging but not the strongest of teams. So
There's no easy game in the West.
San Diego Loyal wins 3-1.
Ooh, 3-1. Ha ha ha. I put San Diego Loyal winning this game 2-0. Clean sheet.
The
Unless
first road
Trejo
clean
plays.
sheet.
Unless Trejo plays and
Ooh.
he's scoring one goal for sure.
Back-to-back clean sheets,
That'd be great. I'm gonna go 2-0.
So there has never been a clean sheet on either side of Vegas and San Diego.
It's
Ever.
always time for a first.
Vegas
time
has
for
only
first.
won one game, and so I think that was the home match against them. San Diego dropped 2-1. So I think you go into their house and do the reverse and get a 2-1 victory in Vegas. Go home happy and get ready for a big matchup against Orange County on the road.
You got to take care of business.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah.
So we all agree they're gonna get 3 points there, and I'm confident they're gonna get second place, and we're gonna get some home playoff games, more than one if they manage to pass the first round. But again, just please, no more Guido penalties. I think Sam said that Loyal's 4 out of 9 penalties. That's
Not
really
good.
bad. That is really bad.
Yeah, what makes that second place hard is you play seventh place, and seventh place going into the playoffs might be the hottest team if it stay like RGV is in seventh place. Oakland could be there, Monterey Bay could be there, or New Mexico Locomotive or El Paso drop down into seventh. So there's still. We don't know. That's the dangerous thing about second place is you play the seventh place team, which again might be one of the hottest teams in the West. But this is when, again, like we said last week, right? This is when San Diego needs to go on a run, and this is when they try to win the playoffs. Because if you can get home games except for San Antonio will get the lowest seed. If everyone wins out, that could be a Sacramento Republic who might be able to beat them. And so you got to solidify that second place. So in case San Antonio trips up, then you get to host the Western Conference playoffs if you make it. So that's what you're playing for, and that you win those opportunities right now this weekend in Vegas and next weekend in Orange County.
What happened to Milan? Somebody's asking in the comments.
What happened to Milan?
For Orange County. I guess he just dipped in form, or I'm not sure what this individual is referring to.
I mean, he scored in his last match against Los Dos. He scored the only goal against Los Dos in their last game when they won, and then scored nothing. He hasn't been scoring a brace every week. Is the problem with Milan Elaski. He went off on a really big tear, but he's
back down to earth.
20 goals this season. I think it's fine. He's fine.
That's where I had Kyle Vassell 20 goals. He's at 13. He can get there.
No. I want to see your take on this, Alan. This player comes on. I don't know what league this is in.
Shoya Nakajima.
Family's there. His home is his professional debut, I believe, or debut here. Big moment. And then my friend just chasing the ball back and forth and immediately goes in for the slide tackle.
Oh, red card.
He gets VAR'd. And then obviously we know what happened.
That was the third red card in that game. What league is that?
I don't know. The despair in Mom's
Atletico
reaction.
Madrid. Atletico Madrid this weekend in the Madrid derby. Guy comes on, scores Madrid's only goal, and then gets sent off not that much longer after. He was a sub, comes on, scores, and then gets a red card. So That's pretty good.
It's happened a lot this season in different games throughout Europe where players celebrate. They take off their shirt, they get a card, or it's their second yellow. They get. I think it happened in Italy, and then VAR overrules the goal. It was offsides.
And so now he's also sent off and no goal.
Hmm.
Yeah, brilliant. Brilliant. Yeah, so
Oh,
should
man.
be a fun weekend this weekend for the Soccers. Not like the San Diego Soccers, but just Soccers in general.
Oh, but Alan, let me tell you, the
Yes.
San Diego Sockers this upcoming season have something up their sleeve, and we've been privy to some conversation. So
Is it up here?
it's gonna be fun next season for the San Diego Sockers. So stay tuned, guys.
All right.
I
All right.
promise. I promise, Alan. But Alan, thank you.
Yep.
You are the best.
The bestest.
Is he?
My pleasure.
He is the bestest.
So I heard, I did hear about some football. Apparently the new San Francisco quarterback, he's going to be really good this year.
Yeah. He's
he likes to throw the ball 12 times a game.
he's an ankle
which is great.
breaker. He's good with his feet.
Oh, he got injured too.
Yeah. Sorry to tell you, Alan.
First Zach Drescott, and now
Yep, Zach Drescott is
Trey
just
Matthews for San Francisco 49ers quarterback is.
Yeah.
Are you
Former-
grossed out by
former.
that stuff? Like horror injuries?
Oh yeah. I do not watch those. Someone tries to show me, and I'm like, "Do you want me to throw up on you? No? Okay, then don't show me that video, please."
Well, good thing we are not in the same room, because Alan.
Tony
was pretty-
Tony loves watching injuries. Like he really does.
It's
I can't.
It's not
I
like
can't.
that. Like I
No,
can,
no,
I
like
can stomach it.
No. You love that shit. Like you don't have no idea how. Like there's a video in our. If you go on our most viewed videos, there's a video with 1,000 views. It's just him showing me Tom Segura breaking his freaking leg, and
No, he broke his the shoulder and to elbow arm,
some
and
shit.
then he tore his patella clean off
Yummy.
in one layup
like
attempt.
he showed
in
me, and then I mean, don't look at that video because
it's the sound that gets you.
That's very obese Chivas one of it.
It's
so
the
don't even watch
sound that gets. It's always the sound, Alan.
it. The
I did.
crunchiness.
I did watch a video of Eli Manning going undercover to walk on
I
for Penn State,
love
and that
those.
was pretty hilarious.
I love when professional comes into like some sort of like undercover kind of thing,
Yeah.
because then you can really see. Usually
Chad-
to like
Chad Powers is
Chad
his
Powers,
name. It's hilarious.
and you can really see like the level of like professional athletes, because Eli Manning's been retired for a little bit, but he could still sling it. And I mean, I love those videos when athletes just kind of go, because it just shows you like the levels that
Jared Goff at
these
that
guys.
college.
Yeah, exactly. Jared Goff did that too. There's a couple baseball ones. Are there soccer ones?
I don't know if they're soccer ones.
I don't know, but like they did a pretty good job on the makeup. That like if you know it's him, you can probably see it. But if you don't know it's him, you're like, that guy looks familiar, but I can't place it. So yeah, it's a pretty fun video. So check it out. Chad Powers.
Chad Powers.
Chad
Powers. Threat Drescott. Very powerful.
And also,
yeah.
the other thing I have to say is, what were you doing at 17? Were you also scoring in the first ever soccer match at Snapdragon?
Talk about a superstar in the making, right? Like,
I told my wife she's 17. She's like, "Is that legal?" I was like, "Yeah, it's soccer.
legal?
They let 12-year-olds play if they're good enough."
Yeah.
She's like, "Shouldn't she be in school?" I was like, "I mean, probably, but no one's gonna say anything." She's got early release. It's her senior year. She's got early release.
Oh man, no, like that was honestly like the sound at that moment was crazy. But I think the sound,
community service,
the sound of the Sheridan stop was
that was
even
wild
more,
too.
Just like the whole place shook.
But
it was wild.
Shout out to the Wave for putting on a good show. Shout out to the fans for doing their thing.
And everybody
I know
who
there.
works at Wave, right? Like everybody who we've made some friends and pals, but like top to bottom, like I can't imagine being the operations guy for Wave on this. Like the pressure for everything to go right.
Yeah. Also, I just want to, on my way out, say that Liverpool beat Chelsea this weekend, which was exciting. Nice 2-1 comeback.
Like just muted you.
I was like, wait, I thought that game was canceled. Oh, that's the women. That's the women. I forgot they played Chelsea too. So,
not that anybody's taking a score on that. I guess you are, Alan. It's fine. It's fine.
I am.
Opportunity. You've had an opportunity.
Liverpool just got promoted to the Women's Super League, and they beat the champions. So that's great.
Former home of Carly Telford, backup goalkeeper for San Diego Wave, Chelsea.
Well, gentlemen, have a wonderful evening. We'll see you guys soon. Love you both.
Later, Alan.
Alan's such a good guy.
Haven't seen him in person in a while.
Is he even real at this point?
It's like a ghost. Anyway.
That's racist.
Al Chile. On average,
on Chile?
No, on average, how many farts during the episode do you do?
What do you mean?
Because I just heard it.
I don't know what you're talking about. Like that's that's incredibly disrespectful of you to.
I think I let like 1 or 2 out during the episodes.
That's gross. What are you doing, dude? It's a closed environment here. There's no more AC. There's no more...
which you broke. I'm waiting for the new one.
I didn't fucking break shit.
You fucking broke it. You're lucky. Like fall's coming already.
I cannot wait to be cold in here.
Finches gummy worms.
That's why you don't feed me gummy worms after 6, bro.
After 6. We got Champions League to talk about because that pretty much covers our local soccer segment, and we got the Champions. Dude, it's the worst time. I hate international breaks because it's fun to watch Mexico suck, but
it's gonna be so bad.
Oh my gosh. Champions League. We'll recap it and go over our pick'ems because I'm not too sure how we did.
I think I did good, actually. I think did good.
Because it was week 2, right? Second.
Yeah. So we had a couple matchups here. Again, like, just soccer's been weird because of the Queen. I mean, for Premier League at least.
Did you see the message that Bayern fans had about the Queen?
Yeah.
Like really postponing game. Like, they should be the last people to say some shit, right?
Yeah. Like the Queen fought against Hitler, bro.
Yeah.
She was enlisted in... No, I'm not kidding.
Was she really?
Yeah, dude. She was enlisted in the Royal Army in World War II.
She's been alive for every World Cup. She was alive for every World Cup.
Every James Bond served under Queen Elizabeth.
So match day 2. Inter against Victoria. 2-0 win by Inter. I mean, that's kind of like one that's a gimme, right?
Yeah, very much a gimme. I mean,
it's one of those where you say,
down, like again, like poor graphic designer designed this in Microsoft Word. Microsoft Paint, 98. It hasn't changed since. So that's pretty much a known one.
This one was a head scratcher.
¿Qué pasó? What happened?
Because in the last
Spurs?
3 minutes, you get scored twice.
What happened?
I don't think a lot of people expected this one.
What happened?
Should text Wes and be like, "Hey, dude, ¿qué les pasó?"
I don't know. Not Weston. I don't wanna kick a man when he's down, but my buddy Drew's moving away. San Diego Loyal. This last match was his final home match. I'm pretty sure he'll be back, but shout out to the boy. We're gonna have him on for quite the interview. Like, if you don't want to be here, dude, it's fine, because him and I will go back for a 6 to 8 hour.
Yeah, as the first I'm hearing is when are we having
marathon? Later, like not like now.
Once he's settled down over there and all that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll leave during because you guys can go for hours.
8-hour decathlon of vocabulary.
Yeah, I'll be
silly
I'll
scenarios.
be there for an hour. I told you Club Brugge was gonna beat Porto.
You did say that was gonna happen.
Club Brugge, it's Group stage, Club Brugge is built different in some games. These guys demolished Porto 4-0, and that's all she wrote for that one. Like, there's nothing else to talk about.
Liverpool beating Ajax. I called Liverpool in that one. I remember clearly saying Liverpool was going to win, actually.
I think I went with Ajax just because of Edson Alvarez. And, dude, the thing is, it was a last-minute winner for Liverpool at the 89th minute. Ajax was just playing good. Liverpool's just not playing attractive soccer right now.
It's really not. They're getting it done. Like, sometimes you win pretty, sometimes you just win. And this is one of those where it's just like they got the job done. Bayern 2-0 against Barcelona. I called Barcelona the return of Lewandowski. But again, Bayern is just Bayern, and it's a machine. Not a paliza.
Tie on this one. It's just the chances that Barcelona created were amazing. Like, they had so many chances.
Alan's been just watching this whole time, just in this.
Yeah. What do you think, Alan? Lewandowski just didn't want to score against Bayern Munich.
Oh, I think
Did you see?
I think that Liverpool is actually very, very good, and they are the best team in the world. And you guys should not talk like that to me about my favorite team, Liverpool, because they are good touches. Fantastic.
Thank you, Alan. Thank you for your Liverpool take. You see the comments that Mueller had saying, like, we gave him the striker, but we like took something away or something like that. I forgot what exactly he said.
They took their soul.
Oh man, that was funny.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, Bayern Munich. I think the last 2-3 games, like 16 goals to like 2 or something for against Barcelona. Like, it's wild.
So moving on, Eintracht Frankfurt 1-0 against Marseille.
Pretty sure I went Frankfurt. I think you went Marseille. Frankfurt is just a very good away team in general. They have some of the best fans in the world. Like, we saw what they did against Barcelona last year. Frankfurt is just, it's all their supporters. That's what drives that team.
Yeah.
When you have supporters like that, it's hard to stop, especially when you're playing like away and you're playing somewhere else. Like, Frankfurt is pretty cool. I like Frankfurt.
Leverkusen, Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid is having a rough go of things. Leverkusen winning this one 2-0.
Late winners again, like 84th and 87th. Atletico is just on a bad run right now, and you saw it at the Madrid derby as well. If you watch it, like, they're not playing good. They're kind of like Liverpool, same kind of style right now. Just something's off. You know, I hope it's not Diego Simeone's last season.
Why not? Bring him over to Chelsea. I'm down.
Ooh,
Screw. I don't like this Potter guy.
Mr. Potter.
He's
Potter.
He's a proper gentleman. Like, I need anger and like I need a guy that like smokes smokes cigarettes. Like
La Volpe.
Sorry.
La Volpe.
Shakhtar Donetsk and Celtic tie 1-1.
Yeah, I won it. I thought Shakhtar was
Milan beating Dinamo Zagreb, who beat Chelsea in a surprise turn of events. Napoli wins 3-0 against Rangers, 10-men Rangers for a lot of the second half. That's kind of after when everything kind of went to crap for them, getting a penalty scored on that one.
¿Qué les pasó, güey?
I don't know, man.
¿Qué les pasó, güey?
I don't know, man. Like,
Valen madre.
not that
You guys
good.
are
Possession
trash.
is there. It's just not happening.
You guys
Like,
are trash.
I don't know, dude. This is what happens. Like, usually, like, we fire the manager and they just go on a blaze of glory.
Not this time.
Mr. Potter's just not it. I don't know.
Real
what we're
Madrid, the
doing.
best team in the world right now, are the only team to go into this international break with all wins.
In the world.
Valverde is... Where do you rank Valverde midfielders right now? Top 5? Top 3? Valverde, right now.
Who's ahead of Valverde?
Midfield, De Bruyne.
De Bruyne.
He might be second.
In the world?
Valverde is just on another level right now.
He is. I have to agree with that.
Like,
But, like, I mean, maybe. Yeah, I mean, in form right now, sure. Yeah.
De Bruyne is the best right now.
Yeah,
He's got 3 goals in his last 3 games for Madrid. Like, he's just carrying Madrid right now. Oof.
People being racist to Vini again. Stop that, guys.
Come on, Cookie.
Hey, guys, stop. 0-0 Sevilla, Copenhagen, snooze
Yeah.
fest.
Yeah.
Benfica beating Juventus 2-1. Juventus Champions League. This is not working out for them.
Yeah, dude, it's another team that's just not performing at all, right? Juventus is very disappointing this season. I think in the Serie A, they're like 8th place right now? 2 wins, 4 draws, 1 loss. Like, that's just not the Juve that we're used to.
Yeah.
And, I mean, they're getting that syndrome from, like, Ronaldo leaving, right? Ronaldo leaves, and then you kind of suck for a little bit. It happened to Madrid. It's happening to Juve now.
And I tell you, those syndromes are something else.
Yeah. And then you have Maccabi Haifa losing to PSG 3-1, who were up in the 24th minute. They were up. Like, Messi's just playing good. I think he has the most assists in all of Europe right now. Mbappe ends up scoring. Neymar ends up scoring. Neymar's stats in the French league right now are ridiculous. I think he has 100 games. He has like 70-something goals, 40-something assists. Like, and Messi, he's playing better now.
I think I've always said this, like even in the times of Iniesta and Xavi at Barcelona with Messi, it's just this was going to be able to play forever. His favorite player was Almeida, I believe, who played for Benfica, the Argentinian legend, and he was a central attacking midfielder.
Chivas coach, Chivas old coach, El Pastor. No es
no
Almeida. Oh.
And so, like, with his touch, you just always knew that this dude's going to be able to play forever. He went from central attacker to the winger position, but he can transition into the middle of the field and just walk and pass the ball as he wishes.
The key term there is walk. When you can be that good and still walk on a professional field, you're built different.
Erling Haaland.
You know who's built different?
Damon Targaryen.
That guy's built different.
Damon Targaryen, like his niece.
Still haven't seen House of Dragons. So
spoiler. They didn't really, but
Manchester City against Dortmund. It's a return for the home, like for Haaland.
A return of the boy.
Return, and he scores the winner con un centrazo.
Alan was watching.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
So John Stones scores a banger of a goal.
Banger.
Like golazo al ángulo, buen tiro.
Golazo.
But then the cross from Cancelo.
Cross from Cancelo with the outside of his foot. He saw him. He just.
And the athleticism of Haaland. You know, like he said, my goal is in a game to like score 5 goals and 5 touches. Like, what?
Yeah.
What? That's insane.
He's one of the best like player in the world. The other next player in the world is De Bruyne. He's playing next to him. So.
I mean, yes.
Who else?
He's just such a great striker.
Best player in the world. Ballon d'Oro ends right now.
That's the thing. He's amazing to watch, and he scores all these freaking great goals, this tap-ins, but the way he does it is amazing. But I still think De Bruyne is a better soccer player overall. I still think Vini's a better soccer player. I think Messi, Neymar. But it's just, this guy's just a robot up on top. In that box, there's no stopping this man. And stats-wise, he is a stats player. Like, if you tell me, who do you rather have? Kevin De Bruyne built your, like, in your team, like, for forever? So,
You disconnected the whole thing.
did I?
Yeah.
I can hear it now.
I can hear it now, too.
Oh, okay.
That's what happens when you mess with stuff.
My bad. Yeah, like, if... Oh, no. I thought you were going to kill him.
Why would I do such a thing? He didn't deserve it yet.
You've killed the last 2. You're safe, baby. You're safe.
Anyway, so Champions League, we don't see Champions League action until October 4th. So we'll get to that bridge when we get to it. It's going to be the last episode before I lose my adulthood virginity to Vegas. I'm going to go to Vegas.
Really?
Yes.
You're going to Vegas? No, yes, yeah. Wait, you haven't gone to, like...
Since I was like 8 and I was at Circus.
Shoot.
Like I've never gone as an adult.
You're not going to go to Circus, I'll tell you that.
I will.
I believe you, actually. Oh, but yeah,
I'm
man.
actually staying at Circuit Circle.
Do you know where you're staying already?
At Airbnb.
Nice.
20 minutes away.
It's not bad.
Right? Is it? Right? Like, you can enjoy things.
Yeah, you're just gonna be in the strip all day, and I mean, there's bathrooms in hotels that you can go use in casinos and stuff, so you don't have to be. It's not like you're in your hotel room the whole time, but yeah, it's just an Uber that you'll have to pay every time to go home instead of walking. Not bad. Get ready, because there's gonna be a lot of Ubering.
Yeah. I'm ready.
Pricey. Ubers get pricey. Premier League.
Thank God for
PSG versus City in the final to break the losing streaks, but it gets canceled the week of, and both teams again are Champions League failures.
I would love that.
Oh, Alan, you're full of jokes.
So there was
We
a
had-
weird Premier League. Like, again, the Queen stuff.
Yeah,
The Queen stuff. What happened here?
some games have gotten postponed.
Oh, yeah.
Some games have been postponed, and we had our weeks. Oh, week 7 got postponed, all of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we had the week 8 games that some of them did get postponed, some of them did get played. So let's go over the ones that did get played. We had Aston Villa against Southampton. I predicted a tie in this one.
I predicted Southampton, I think.
You did. So we were both wrong.
Okay.
Nottingham Forest against Fulham.
Fulham was my lock.
Fulham was your lock, and they won 3-2 against Nottingham Forest.
Yes.
So you get 3 points.
Yes.
Congrats on that one. Again, Fulham is just they're a good team to come up and then start. Can you put this guy back over there?
Deserve to be over here.
Yeah. Mitrovic didn't score in this game, which was surprising, right? But they still pull off the 3-2 win. And Fulham has been impressive. I mean, they're 6th place in the table right now, on top of Chelsea by 1 point. Like, that's fantastic. You hear that? That means you guys are 7th.
Life is fantastic and plastic.
It's fantastic. But yeah, congrats on your lock. We had Man City versus Wolves. I'm pretty sure we both went Man City. Yes, we
Yeah.
did.
Did you see Jack Grealish get attacked? Like,
Yeah.
That was wild.
Apparently, Guardiola said they didn't get him for the goals and assists. Got him for his looks. Newcastle versus Bournemouth. I went Newcastle. You went Newcastle, and this game ended in a tie.
So nobody won.
Nobody won on that one. Newcastle, Isak with his goal on a penalty.
Sucks a good boy.
Tottenham against Leicester City.
Ugh, Leicester sucks.
Yeah, but Son is he still got it.
If-
She's golazos.
If Leicester plays against Sporting,
Yeah.
they would lose 10-1.
And what sucks is that you went with Tottenham and yo de pendejo went with a tie.
You went to tie.
And yeah, that failed miserably. So you're up 4-0 right now.
Wow.
Or
Brentford.
4-1 actually.
Brentford and Arsenal. 3-0 Arsenal.
Yeah,
Arsenal
we went-
back to winning.
Gabriel Jesus scoring and dancing to for Vinny.
In solidarity of Vinny.
Mhm.
Yep.
So at this point it's 5-2. And I had Everton versus West Ham. You went with an away win by West Ham. I went
Damn.
with a home win by Everton, and
I'll let
Everton
you-
won.
I'll let you keep it.
And that was my lock, and that ties it up 5-5.
Wow, that's wild. I don't like that.
I love that actually. What a tie.
All right. Well,
Rock paper scissors to see who wins it. Rock paper scissors shoot.
shoot.
I won.
I win. Like,
I won.
este momento te corta el pitito.
But yeah, no, I mean, it was fun to have Premier League games again.
Yep.
For Manchester United, their next Premier League game is against Man City.
Fun.
Yeah, but we don't have to pick anything for next week because it's international break. Fecha FIFA. What a time to have Fecha FIFA. Long live the Queen.
Long live the king, homie.
King. Yeah.
Did you see that there's a video going around of him saying hello to all of his loyal subjects that waited hours to say hi to him? Then he skips over the one black dude.
Neta?
Yeah, like.
Vergas. Shite.
Oh no, it's pretty bad, bro.
Are you looking for it?
He's like, hello. Just waited for hours. Why?
Oh,
Poor guy. He was there forever.
está bien anciano ese güey.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Nope. Can't see here. Can't see here.
Aw.
Oh, directly next to him.
Not a good look.
Terrible. Terrible.
All right. Well, you know what? That kind of does it for soccer for us.
Oh, does it really, boy?
Because it's time to talk about the American football. The timing on that was great. Good shit.
Yeah, I was pretty proud of
That was pretty, that was pretty
dope.
good.
Yeah.
Ya, bájale poquito porque no te escucho, mamá.
All kinds of such.
Oh, ya. Ey, no me grites como la Gio Ellis, alright? Ey, ¿no escuchas o qué, güey? ¿Por qué tienes el volumen tan alto? I just wanted to smack my hand. Like a shit.
Touch my board again now.
Oh, your board.
Touch my
It's
board
your
again.
board. He said his.
Touch my.
Oh, I love it.
Do it. Do it.
No.
I fucking dare you.
No, it's okay. I don't. Oh, live on video, getting assaulted. You guys saw it here.
The NFL came back with a vengeance.
Oh boy, who do you think won the first pick'ems?
What?
Because we did it our first pick'em for
Oh,
NFL, and we skipped week 1 because there's super unpredictable, and we started with week 2, and we had the first game Thursday game.
Chiefs versus Chargers. I believe I chose the Chiefs.
We both chose the Chiefs.
Those Chiefs. All right. Justin Herbert goes down in a very Phillip Rivers-esque effort.
Ah,
He doesn't get it done. Fractured rib
Ribs,
cartilage.
right? Yeah, cartilage.
Sure. That run where he ran, but then dropped just through the ground. Not a good look. Phillip would never.
And then still throws a dime.
He
after.
then
Like,
that because he was able to do that. That's what he wanted to do.
Yeah.
But Chiefs still win that one, 27-24. I got that one. Patriots Steelers. I don't think anybody saw this one after week 1 of what the Patriots had to offer. They
Yeah.
win 17-14 against a very good offense. Very good defense with Minka Fitzpatrick getting another interception. He's playing out of his mind. But Mac Jones and the boys get that one done. We both got that one wrong.
Yeah, we did. We both went with the Steelers, and Patriots ended up getting that win. Giants against the
Panthers.
Oh man, the Panthers are just terrible.
Garbage.
Baker Mayfield is not that guy.
He's never been that guy. He's the Hulu guy and the pistachios guy, and with Saquon Barkley. But Saquon coming back, it was pretty cool for him to do that. The Giants win that one.
You had the Giants.
I
I
had
had the Panthers.
Of course you did. Another one that nobody had was a good comeback. One of the many comebacks this weekend. The Jets at the Browns, 31-30.
Joe Flacco, man. Joe Flacco.
Former
Leave it to the Browns
Super
to
Bowl MVP.
blow like so many comebacks in this week, and leave it to the Browns to lose this game against the Jets. We both had the Browns.
Yeah, of course. Another surprising game, 24-0. The Colts.
I think
what's going
after
on?
week 2, the Colts are
What
the
is
worst
going
football
on?
team
There's another worse football team in that division.
just because they tied. But
Um,
you lose to the Jaguars 24-0.
I mean, maybe the Jaguars are for real. They're 2-0. No, we're not. They lost.
No, the Colts are
0-2.
no.
Oh,
0-1-1.
1-1. Oh, God.
0-1-1.
Jaguars win that one in embarrassing fashion for the Colts, 24-0. Run the goddamn ball with Jonathan Taylor.
He had less than 10 touches. What the heck?
So dumb. The Dolphins, 42-38. This was a shootout. If you have any players involved in this game in fantasy, you probably won. Jalen Waddle,
and
Tyreek Hill,
Oh my
going
gosh.
off. Lamar Jackson with the fantastic run. Tua Tagovailoa.
Mark
just
Andrews
slinging
balled out as
everywhere.
well.
Mark Andrews.
Bateman with 100 yards receiving and a
Gesicki got a
touchdown.
touchdown. Like everybody was, and hit the
Yeah.
worst gritty in the world.
Oh, I saw that.
But I mean,
Can you hit a better greedy?
Yeah,
Wow, we got to see that.
yeah. You
We
gotta
gotta see
set me
that.
up.
Let us know in the chat if you guys want to see a greedy from Tony.
Buccaneers
We
Saints.
both had the Dolphins, so
Buccaneers Saints. The Saints usually being able to give more issues to the Bucks. Jameis Winston playing with 4 fractured bones in his back. Just playing like that.
That's wild, dude. Like, wait, how? Like, it's not painful?
Yeah, I mean, no, it's excruciating, as he said. But the Bucks win that one. Mike Evans gets suspended for a game. Lattimore also getting
Madrazos.
suspended from that one. The Commanders and the Lions, Carson Wentz playing.
We both had the Bucks.
All right. We both had the Bucks for that one. The Commanders and Carson Wentz doing a decent job, but man, the Lions are.
Emira St. Brown.
One of my favorite little memes coming out. It's cute. Is like, we just took an X-ray of so and so, and it revealed that he's got that dog in him, and it's just a bunch of little pit bulls.
Yeah, Jared Goff again. Very good first 2 games. And the Lions, I mean, they looked pretty good against your Eagles last week. And I told you, dude, the Lions are looking pretty good.
Yeah.
But they proved it in this game. They get a dub. They're 1-1. They don't start like 0-something for the first time in a long time. So props to the Lions. We both had the Lions on that one. 49ers against the Seahawks. I think we both know. Oh, man. I think we both knew the Seahawks are just complete garbage. And 49ers end up winning this game, but at what cost? Do you think they're too upset that Trey Lance broke his ankle?
I mean, this is why they gave him a contract. Like, they are geniuses for giving him a contract like this for a backup quarterback because I guess they knew this was going to happen. So, another broken ankle in the NFL, gruesome. It went and turned the other. Did you see it? Did you inspect it?
Yeah, I did. Thinking of you because I know you're sick and love injuries like that. $5 right now. Hey. 6 Man in Soccer owes you $5 if you do the greedy. My favorite meme of this injury is just that he's gonna hit the strip club on a wheelchair now. Oh man, that's. Why are you looking for? Why? Why are you looking for?
Like
it?
that looks normal. Like that doesn't even look like he's hurt at all.
Stop.
Actually. Oh, there it is. There it is. That is not supposed to be facing. Like imagine if the heel of your foot was just like, instead of being like this, it's just like this.
Sunday home game against New Mexico. You gotta hit the gritty. Tony won't be there. He's gonna be in Vegas that weekend.
I'll be there for the first San Diego Loyal home playoff match. That's their challenge.
What if we play the same game in playoffs?
You want me there? You want me there? You gotta earn me.
We both had the 49ers, so
cool. Falcons, Rams.
We almost gave it up at the end. Almost. But they hang on to the lead. Matthew Stafford threw a touchdown to Allen Robinson.
Yeah.
For the first time in forever.
For the first time.
Rams end up taking the dub, back in winning ways. Everyone in that division is 1-1. Talk about choking.
The Raiders. Yikes. They were winning, I believe, like by 20 at some point, and they just couldn't get it done. But you know what? You know what they need?
You know why Kyler Murray won this game? Double XP weekend in Call of Duty. He was motivated.
Yep. That's literally like he has a clause that says he has to watch film certain points. But anyway, if you're watching film, make sure that you watch it with some friends. I don't know.
Yeah. We both had the Raiders on this one actually, and they choked it. My dad was pissed.
But did you know, Chivo, that 2 Balls and a Mic is brought to you in part by Campbell's Chunky Noodle Soup. The curse for any up-and-coming athletes in the NFL. Chunkies. You like Campbell's?
Not really.
With Donovan McNabb's mom, Saquon Barkley's mom.
No.
And by Hims. Do you want over-the-counter boner pills? Try Hims.
No.
They're sponsors. What do you want me to do, dude?
I know.
I can't help it. Use
Broncos,
promo
Texans.
code 2 Balls.
The Broncos against the Texans. The Broncos are not looking too good, honestly.
You're not looking too good.
They're not. Russell Wilson doesn't look like that guy anymore. They still get the win. We both had the Broncos. Bengals, Cowboys. Man, the Bengals almost came back. Like,
hey, they're not the same team. This Bengals team is not the same team.
Bengals.
Why? Yo, you lose to who? Fucking
the
Cooper
boys.
Rush, bro. You lost to Cooper Rush, bruh.
Oh, we both had the Bengals on this one.
Yeah, they should have won that one. Bears, Packers, obviously MVP coming in, taking care of business.
I went Bears.
Aaron Jones.
I went Bears and I fucked up.
Yeah, you did. Another stomping to the worst probably team in that division, the Titans, losing 7-41.
Bills are just looking very unstoppable.
Stephon
It's not the
Diggs
same Titans team either.
Bro, Gabe Davis wasn't playing. Like, oh my God.
Yeah,
And
Stephon
then the
Diggs is fucked
Eagles, with current front runner for the MVP race, Jalen Hurts. Current
Front runner's a stretch.
far distant second.
Josh Allen is
Allen.
there.
Nah, he's gonna stiff arm himself out of it.
Patrick Mahomes is in that conversation right now.
So is Jalen Hurts though. Put some respect on his name.
After the performance, Lamar
All right.
Jackson might be in that conversation too.
But after that loss, you mean? After that loss, Eagles are 2-0, son. They're leading the division, because they're just cooler than the Giants. All right, 2-0, homie. It's the hardest division in football.
You ended up winning 11-8 in the pick'ems.
Well, let's do next week. Steelers, Browns. The Browns.
The Browns are at home. The Browns somehow managed to choke, but they're scoring points, something the Steelers offense really can't do.
Yeah.
But the Steelers defense is actually very, very good as well.
Okay.
But I'm going to go Browns.
Ooh, Browns versus the Board of Education. Bills, Dolphins. Bills.
Wait, are you going Browns? Steelers?
No, I'm going Steelers in that one. Bills, Dolphins. The Bills against the most potent offense here in the NFL. The Dolphins, not a bad offense themselves. So I think it's going to be a showdown. It's going to go down to the defenses, and I think Buffalo has a better defense in this one. So Buffalo's going to go ahead and take this one.
Yeah,
That's fine. You can agree.
I
know what I'm talking about.
The Bills.
I know what
the
I'm
Bills are
talking
the Super Bowl
about.
favorites right now.
We have the Bengals and the Jets.
The Bengals cursed me last season because every time I picked them, they would lose, and when I don't pick them, they win. And if I don't pick them, they're gonna win this game. And I'm gonna pick them, and they're gonna lose. I'm gonna go Bengals.
I'm going to go Jets.
That was the strategy last season.
Gotta go Jets, and it worked pretty well. Raiders, Titans, two teams that
It
are
didn't work
not
very well.
firing
You
on all
still paid the
cylinders.
But the Titans are 0-2. And what's that? Oh, what's that? Uncalled for. I'm gonna go Raiders.
Man, the Raiders are a better team, I think. I think you're right. I hate agreeing with you.
Panthers versus the Saints. I hate picking so many away teams, but the Panthers are just really bad.
Really bad.
I'm going Saints.
I'll go Panthers on this one, just 'cause I don't know how hurt Winston is. He has broken fucking bones in his back.
Yeah, but they're still like better than the Panthers.
Ravens, Patriots.
I think the Ravens can take this win, and it's another away victory here. That's a lot of
ways, man. I have to
it
agree
really
with you.
is. It really is. You're going Ravens?
Yeah. Lions, Vikings. The Lions a good team. The Vikings just losing against the Eagles, being embarrassed, frankly, against the Eagles. Kirk Cousins looked impotent.
Yeah.
AF. Who are you taking, boy?
Oh, man. I really like this Lions team, but I'm hating picking so many away teams. I think one of these away teams are not going to win. I think it might be the Lions this time. I think the Vikings do have what it takes to be able to win this game. I'm going to go Vikings.
That Barry Sanders guy from the Lions is no joke. Thank you, Alan Underwood, insider extraordinaire.
You're going Lions?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Lions.
All right.
Cooper Kush.
The Commanders against your Eagles. Carson Wentz playing against his former team.
It's a revenge game.
Is it the first time he plays against them or no?
Playing
with the Colts?
I think, the Eagles are going to crush Carson Wentz. Just put me on that. Just put me on that. They're going to end his career.
But Carson Wentz
Put
is
him
still
in
gonna
a
pop
body
off.
bag.
He's still going to pop off, but I'm going Eagles win. Eagles take a 3-0 start.
I like that.
Colts versus the Chiefs. The Colts are arguably the worst NFL team at the moment.
Who's arguing? I'm not.
If they give Jonathan Taylor less than 10 touches, they're for sure going to lose. They're for sure going to lose regardless, but I need them to give the ball to
Chiefs
that
are
man.
going to win. Chiefs win this one.
Yeah, the Chiefs win. A lot of away wins.
Houston Bears, another away win, I think, because the Texans are interesting. You know, David Mills
Bears
is
are just pretty bad.
basic. Bears are bad. I think they've had 7 receptions total for the wide receiver core this year.
Yeah. The Texans are just pretty bad too.
Tie.
I'm going to go with the Bears win.
I go Texans on that one. The Jaguars and Chargers. The Jaguars and they fare pretty well against Chargers historically. Another away team would be if the Jaguars win, but I think the Chargers have what it takes if Herbert is okay.
Who's the backup? Chargers.
Chase Daniels.
Well, you have to pick. Are you going Chargers regardless?
I chose Chargers.
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 Yeah, I'm gonna go Chargers as well.
Boo. Rams, Cardinals, Rams.
Yeah, Rams.
I think
the
Cardinals
Cardinals.
get this one.
Oh, okay.
Let's
I
go
don't
Cards.
think so. Bucks, Green Bay.
That's gonna be an interesting
The
game.
Bucks,
Two goats.
not the best performance last week with a lot of injuries. Green Bay.
Fuck that.
It's a tough one.
It's
It's a battle of old quarterbacks.
One has good receivers. One has a receiver that's suspended. The other one is still the MVP. Makes things happen.
So wait, Mike Evans is not going to play?
Aaron Jones, he's suspended.
I'm going Green Bay.
I'm going Tampa Bay.
Nice.
That one's solely just to go opposite of you.
Seahawks, Falcons.
Ugh, gross game.
I'm going Falcons.
Yeah.
Seahawks are just very, very bad.
Jimmy G returning. Jimmy G knows Russell Wilson very well. Broncos, 49ers.
Jimmy G's he's a solid quarterback. Like, he knows that offense. They did good last season with him as well. I'm going to go with another away win with the 49ers here. I don't think the Broncos are that good. At least not yet.
They ain't those fellas no more.
I think things have yet to click.
I agree with that one. So I'm going to go with 49ers too. The Cowboys and the Giants. Monday Night Football, actually. Gross.
I'm gonna go Cowboys.
I'm going to go Giants. I hate that I had to choose.
So I have so many away picks. Wow, I don't like that. Yeah, that's week 2. Let's look at our fantasy league real quick before we wrap up, because we completely
Annihilated
the week in general. It is not for those of you who don't really play fantasy football, a normal week, a solid week will be what, around 130 something points, 140 points maybe. We got 210 points in this week.
Crushing. We had
This
Lamar.
is with a 1 QB, 2 running back, 2 wide receivers, tight end, 1 flag. Like,
DeAndre coming in hot. You were saying, David Montgomery. I trust my boy David Montgomery.
ran for 122 yards.
All right. Hey, Danny, you're talking smack about, you trust Danny? Give me Stephon Diggs. I'll give you
44.8
You really going to
points.
trust David Montgomery? Bro, I have better wide receivers than you have a team, all right? Stephon Diggs, Jesus Christ, 42 points, impressive. We managed to have 44 points. Jalen Waddle went off, and it's not like we couldn't have played it any better. Our bench sucked, so
Yeah.
hooray us. We had CSI Hernandez losing, now 1-1. If you had another Moniz, the boy Ivan Orozco
Also
now
1-1.
getting his first
We're 1-1 as
victory.
well now, right?
We're also 1-1. Very interesting. So here you had Josh Allen losing on a losing team. That's rare to find. But T. Higgins went off. Aaron Rodgers,
very
solid.
late, very
Christian,
late in the game
solid.
as well that he
But
went
that
off.
Buccaneer defense is what saved him. You should have started Tony Pollard.
Yeah.
Kareem Pye, J. Pabs, losing another 1-1 team. The boy,
Danny Dimes.
Corbin Williams fantasy team, just a shit talker.
Yeah.
Shit talker.
He's also 1-1 now, and he gets a dub. And I like this because it's kind of putting everyone even, right? Like, he scored 151 points. Tua popped off.
Tua, Aaron Jones on that team. Rashad Bateman, that's a good player to have this year in fantasy. Hilaire doing pretty good on there. Could you have done anything better? Nope, not really. You're going to lose.
Destroyed.
Mini Vikes, the boy, Jesse Beltran. had
Another
a good
0-1 team winning.
against. This is a San Diego Wave versus San Diego Loyal matchup.
Wow.
Weston 1-1. Everybody's going to be 1-1 after this. It's going to be interesting to see who's in first place. But Mini Vikes wins this one. Patrick Mahomes on that team. Cooper Kupp doing
Nothing
some
but
work.
dubs for Jesse this weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. Congratulations on all the hard work, everybody at San Diego Wave. Brentwood White Broncos, Adrian the Fool. Hey, what's up, Fool?
501 subscriber.
Yeah,
the
what's up,
Fool.
homie?
Did you see how I called him out?
I know he wasn't subscribed. By the way, against the current defending reigning champion,
They're
I
only
think
2-0.
2-0. His team. His team
Boy
includes
prodigy.
Joey
Nick
Burrow
Chubb.
has been doing good. Nick Chubb, Michael Thomas is playing well. Mark Andrews, Curtis Samuel.
Curtis Samuel is a solid pickup to have in fantasy this year. And I think he had Amari Cooper on the bench. He tweeted that he gave up on him too early, and Amari Cooper had 25 points.
Tepico Eloyo Aquiles Castro losing 0-2 now.
I think the only 0-2 team.
Only 0-2 team. This man's had a tough weekend. Christian Kirk is only fucking redeeming player here. Mike Evans doing well. Jalen Hurts doing work. For Ayer Levin, Chris, that's
Now
not how you say
1-1.
that. So that's what we have for next week. We're gonna go ahead and play. Let's see who we play. It's week 1. It's week 2.
Week 3.
Week 3. Infierno Demonios.
Oh.
No, it's not a rematch.
No.
That's Danny. That's
We
Danny.
play Tepico Loyo.
Let's go in order,
Yeah.
boy.
I'm just looking ahead.
San Diego Fleet, the boy Weston against Javi, the mailman. That's going to be a good one. Mini Vikes, who has
Against
a 1-1
J-Pab.
record. J-Pab, I think Vikes wins that one.
Corbin
against
the
Chris.
2-0 Corbin against Chris. The 1-1 Chris. Corbin might
Somebody
take
has
that.
to take that
Yeah.
man down. We can't keep getting away with it. Brandon, you don't have quarterback, so it's going to be hard for you.
The
Fool? I can see
The
the fool winning this one. And we're going to totally destroy.
Your boy.
Le vamos a picar el hoyo.
Oh, man. But yeah, we'll go over the standings next week as well because it'll be updated. But yeah, man. I think we have the best team this season.
Oh, yeah, we're going to win. There's no question.
Absolutely.
Person in somebody's league lost by 0.16 because Hurts threw that last pick. You just lost by 0.7 points
In one of your leagues.
In one of my other leagues,
The
but
only league I lost this weekend, actually.
thank you to Califino Tequila for sponsoring this podcast. At Califino, get you 20% off. 2 balls 20. Make sure that you check that out. Get your tequila. 20% off is a lot. Forbes top 5 tequilas in the world. Thank you to Alan Underwood. Thank you to PB European Imports. Shout out to UPSL.
Inter winning 9-0
Jesus Christ, the
against their former
coach. The storyline in that. UPSL is good. Catch us over there on Saturday. We're gonna go ahead and drop the link. Join it. It's fun. They let us do whatever the hell we want.
Same time as
It's
the Loyal
wild.
game, but we're a better commentary team.
100%. So shout out to everybody. Thank you for joining us. You guys are the best. Adios.
Later, guys.